Hey everyone, welcome to Jargus Ranger Review. This time we'll be looking at the third episode of Power Rangers Ninja Steel, Live and Learn. And this one is mostly a Brody episode. But Calvin does get some screen time, mostly in action. Not much as a character, at least not yet. Maybe in future episodes. So he starts out with Brody and Mick creating a new Ninja Steel stars, from the steel and tossing it to the prism. And that allows them to master the 5 elements, or rather gives them access to use them with their ranger powers. So he takes them to test it out before school, and Calvin tries using water. Fortunately, it just propels him into a wall. And then they all have to go to class, including Brody's first day. But he doesn't show up right away, because he packs up, and when him and Mick are alone, it turns out that a new monster called Spinferno is scheduled to attack. And he's all red and he can move very quickly. He has rollerblade feet. I guess he was inspired by Fat Man from Metal Gear Solid 2. And of course he can throw fireballs. And Brody, not wanting to interrupt his new friend's quiz, he decides to go there himself and fight it. And he is having a hard time trying to hit him because he's too fast. I mean, he tries Steel element, but he just melts the chains. Oh yeah, it's using his Datacom. That's how he found out to begin with. That little computer connected to the spaceship. It's also giving him advice of how to fight. Including, use water, which blasts him away, but he ain't gonna be gone for good. So he catches up, returns to school. Unfortunately, there were people around, and someone recorded it and uploaded it to some generic video website. Apparently it's gotten 1,000,001 views, which is one more than Victor Vincent's video. It is only views from Monty. And yes, I'm gonna have to keep using his full name, just because it's so ridiculous. Anyway, Sarah is upset with him that he didn't contact them at all in doing this, saying that they're a team, they have to work together. Even though 2 of them are completely new to the school, they're still saying that. But who knows how much time has passed since their first day. Anyway, they go to a class, which right away becomes a math quiz competition with teams somehow. And for everything she asks out loud, Brody uses his Datacom to get the answer. And Victor Vincent notices that and points it out. And when the teacher goes over to him, says, "Oh yeah, it's my Datacom. It gives me the answer to everything." Yeah, the other Rangers are like, "No, that's not right." And the teacher just says, "I don't want to see that again. I don't know what school you came from, but here that's called cheating." So he puts it in the backpack that Preston, I almost forgot the Blue Ranger's name for a second, gave him. Fortunately, it had a little hole in it, and it fell out in the hall, and who else but Monty and Victor Vincent picked it up. So, knowing the answers to everything, it asks him, how do I become more popular than the Power Rangers? And since it is connected to the Galaxy Warriors computer, of course it says you must defeat a monster in battle. To which he does. Well, at least he tries to. He gets a fire extinguisher and some generic superhero costume and goes out to fight him. But before that, our Rangers are having a little discussion. And Brody says you have a tool, you should use it. But the others are saying if you can't learn to do things yourself, eventually you're gonna be screwed. I forget their exact words, that's how I'm wording it. So when they hear it's attacking again, the other 4 go off to fight it while Brody tries to find the Datacom, thinking he still needs it. But then Mick tells him, no, it may give you an answer sometimes, but you're the resourceful one. And he is shown to be very resourceful. I mean, he figured out how to escape back to Earth. He figured out how to hide and protect the Ninja Nexus and everything. He did all that on his own. And finally, Brody gets the idea and runs off to join the team. At which point, they're pretty evenly matched, but he's still too fast for them. Until Brody, being the Red Ranger and the only one with ninja training and knowledge, makes up a strategy. Preston is going to challenge him to a race to the park where they'll set a trap for him. And this time Preston does use the water when he has to, and he uses it to get a boost. And what the 5 Rangers do once he does get caught is they use their wood element to trap him, and then they use the fire element with their swords to do a final strike, and they just destroy him and just a flash, pretty much. And now back on the game show, is something different where Orange is booing because that's a chance to get Gigantified and have another chance, but no, they say screw it. Fortunately, Galvanax still wants those power stars, so he sends Skullgator, just sort of like an alligator and very bony looking, I guess, and has a sword. So that goes off at Texas City. The Rangers do use their swords, not swords, Zords, against it and fight it. And this time Calvin, he just throws rocks at it from his sword, and then it launches him right into its face, and he slams his blade into it, and just makes a big crack in it. But he's still not down. Until, of course, they decide to combine their powers just like they do their teamwork, and creates the Ninja Steel Megazord. And the way it's formed, I think it's kind of funny, because it looks like the Red Ranger Zord is just sitting on a throne in the middle, and the other one just comes up to protect it. That's the way it looks to me when it's being formed. And unfortunately, we don't see much of the fight. Megazord just does a few fast slashes for sword, one where it glows, and boom, it explodes. And now the host of Galaxy Warriors, I can't remember his name, but he's excited because the Power Rangers are popular and getting huge ratings. But Galvanax is saying no, it's not good because they're losing, not getting the Power Stars. So there's that. He ain't happy. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Rangers come back into some sort of lounge, along with Victor, Vincent, and Monty, and they're looking at a new video, which has 4 times the old views and climbing. Victor Vincent is proud because everyone's laughing, but he thinks they love him. Oh boy! But no, what happened, and I didn't mention this yet, is that he tried to use a fire extinguisher, but it didn't work. Instead, it exploded all over his face, and he just made an idiot of himself. And Monty edited it to just be a YouTube poop meme video, basically. And apparently that was more than enough. Because humiliating yourself on the internet is much more vile than seeing an actual superhero fight that's not staged. And so yeah, Brody, at the end, he makes the little wrist communicators, so much like Billy, because his Datacom actually got destroyed in the second fight with Spinferno. So they have a new power to the teamwork. I really hoped that he was going to say tapping out of the morphing grid for the communicators. And that ends off the episode. It was okay. So far, these episodes for Ninja Steel, they have good premise, but something in the execution just feels flat. I don't know. Maybe it's just because the characters from Dinosaur were just so well written. Not all fully developed, but they did good. And this is riding off the end of that this is not seeming quite as high quality. There's nothing bad about it. It's just I'm not getting the same impression of the quality that it was in Dino Charge. Now hopefully I'm going to be proven wrong, because obviously the next couple episodes are the Rangers each having their own single episodes to carve out piece of their personality. And of course, advancing your overarching story, which is what happened to his father and where his brother Aiden, and what's going to happen with the missing Power Star. So it has potential, but we just have no idea where it's going yet. I guess the show's still finding its legs. Anyway, I'm looking forward to what we see next time, and hopefully we're going to have a big leap forward in all of that. And until then, I'm Jargus. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you saw in this episode in the comments. And until then, let the power protect you.